All right. The Hawaiian Islands presents the Outrigger Resorts Big West Women's Volleyball Championship. It's a mouthful, but excellent event coming up here in a couple weeks. And on screen with me are Kendall Beshear, outside hitter, and Elif Hurriyet, libero of the Cal Poly Mustangs. Thanks for joining me here today, ladies.
Thank you for having yeah, us. Thanks for hosting.
Well, the Mustangs are the second team to officially be guaranteed a spot in, we'll just call it the Big West Championship. And with that, the Mustangs have been a participant in the championship since its inaugural tournament in 2023, advancing to the semis in 2023 and then to the finals in 2024. We were talking before jumping on, but the 2024 matchup, unfortunate circumstances, but made quite a performance by the Mustangs. And both of you are on that team and got on the stat line. So why don't you share a little bit about that experience last year at UC Irvine, which is where it was hosted. And we'll start with you, Kendall.
Oh yeah, so that tournament was definitely not exactly how we all anticipated going into it. Obviously, the morning practice before the Long Beach game, we had our starting center go down, but I think what's so cool about our roster even last year and even continuing into this year is our depth is so strong that we didn't skip a beat. No one was nervous. We just knew that Sam was going to go and step up to the plate, and she did exactly that. And then, again, like at the end of the Long Beach game, we had someone, our star header, Tommy Stockham, go down and twist her ankle. And again, it's next man up. So me and Emma got told that night that we were going to be running like a offense defense kind of thing. And, we both kind of did the best that we could in that circumstance. And I think that's what's so special about our team here this year as well.
All right, Elif, how about your experience last year? Because you saw a lot of time being the libero on
Mhm.
full-time duty.
Well, it was a special season, obviously. I mean, we were all just both freshmen, and it was a fun season. And then that tournament came. Obviously, like Kendall said, it didn't go how we imagined it to go. But obviously, I mean, it was an experience, anyways. And I think we kind of grew so much from that. And yeah, it was great.
Well, both of you put in some really good numbers here. I mean, considering the roles that you serve in, again, some key injuries in the semis and into the final, but Samantha stepped in, set a great
Mhm.
match. I mean, 3-1. Don't look at that box score. You have to look at the play, and it was such high quality play. And that next man up mentality definitely
Mhm.
showed for the Mustangs last year, especially in the final. Elif 4 assists and 8 digs. Kendall an ace and 10 digs in that championship match. So with that, let's jump into this season. How do you feel this year's team is different from the previous seasons? And we'll start with you, Ayla.
I kind of want to say it's like I think our team is kind of young and like the spirit feels a little like fresh. I think we don't have that much seniors right now in the season in the team. So I think that's like the one of the biggest thing I've realized compared to last year. And I think it's just we're doing great and I mean yeah, the energy is so awesome and it's so fun.
How
Yeah.
about you, Kendall?
Yeah, I think like she said, like I feel like we do like looking back, like yeah, we do have a lot of like, like longtime starters with like Emmy and Annabelle, but also like new, we have me, Charlotte, Emma, like all of our first years. And I think we make this like really cohesive unit where we have people who've been in these big moments and know how to guide us through them. And then we have people like us who are it's kind of like our first year and we bring like this new fun energy. And I think it comes together really well where we just like work together as such a unit. And I think we can navigate challenges in that way as well.
Well, go ahead, Ayla.
Yeah, I was just gonna say like the team feels so connected in all the like in both on court and off court. I think that what makes this team very special. Just yeah.
Well, I was looking at the box score, and I mean, I think every match the commentators have made some kind of comment in regards to the outside hitters. And as I've watched, even though you haven't come to my home, I'm not going to reveal where I'm from, but there's a nickname that's kind of come up, and it's so fitting. But you're half of the Poly Power Pack, and
Oh,
that's Kendall
Ooh.
and Emma Frederick.
Yes, that's
Okay,
so
yes.
on
add in
point. I love that.
Annabelle Falcon, and you've got a triple threat because all of you, if all three of you are getting double digit kills, you guys are just so hard to stop.
for sure.
Yeah, especially, and then even in the middle as well, it's like we, when we're playing a lot of these teams, they're trying to, we obviously are scouting them, they're scouting us, and I think what is also a really cool aspect of our team is if they're doubling one of us, like we have another set behind, or even like out of the middle with Charlotte Kelly and Chloe Lelouch, like both of them just do an incredible job pulling blocks, killing it when we get the opportunity to, and I think that's what makes this team so dangerous. And it's like whatever is not working, we have a flip and we have a switch, and I think that's
like
so
the
special.
variety of the offense. I think this season is just insane.
Yeah. Well, we're not going to ignore the Libero on the screen because Elif from Istanbul, Turkey, we'll call you the Turkish digging delight. We'll just say.
Ooh, I like that.
But you were the 2024 Big West All Freshman team and All Big West second team. And I mean, it seems you're out of the gate here in 2025. Mirror performance from last year. It just seems like you've really matured in your game and have actually kicked it in. Slow start. I'm going to guess that, coach is trying some new lineups to start off the season, but the tail end here, you really turned it on. What's been the key for you, Elif?
I think just to like work hard and like kind of do the best for the team. I mean, it's never individual. Like if we're playing a team sport, and I was just focused on how can I get better for the team, and I think that helped a lot to get out from my mental side, and I think that was the key. I mean, this is a team sport, and then you do whatever you do at like just at the end of the day for your team. So I think that helped me a lot during this season and like beginning of the season till now.
Yeah. Now, if you could use a word or phrase to describe this season for your team, what would that be and why? We'll start with Ayla first. It looks like she's got one on the tip of her tongue. Maybe not.
No, actually, I want to say, I mean, I think we're so different on court and off court. I would say like energy or like fire, but like I think that kind of,
I was gonna say
okay,
that.
that kind of match for on court. I think off court we're so chill and so fun. It's like nothing like fire. I don't think it's fire at all, or like aggressive. I would use that word too, but
Mhm.
I think on court it's definitely fire or like just aggressive. I think, yeah.
Yeah. All right, Kendall, what's yours? Or
Oh,
did she steal it from you?
she took mine, but I think another really good way to describe us is, I guess, like it's kind of bouncing off of the fiery, but we're so fun. And it's like a lot of these like high pressure games, like especially the Davis game at home, like it's like we're playing this undefeated team and we're going in, and it doesn't feel nerve-wracking. It feels fun that I get to go out there and step out there with all these girls, and I get to play just such a fun game of volleyball. And I think that's like the best way to like encapsulate everything of like, above all, like we are just having so much fun.
Yeah,
this
no,
season.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
It's so fun to play with this team right now.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a fun style to watch, and obviously in the season, right there, ready in the Big West Women's Volleyball Championship. But was there a turning point in the season when all this just kind of clicked for all of you, or has it been at the get-go? And whoever
I
wants to
wanna
answer,
say
jump in.
it's actually like it became like this gradually. I think it didn't become like okay, all of a sudden we clicked. I think like during preseason and now we grew so much as a team and we got so much better and like in many aspects. And I think that was just the journey. It wasn't like a point, I would say. What I don't know.
Yeah.
For you.
I think like what you were saying is a reflection of like how we were talking about like how we're kind of a young team in that respect of like, as we work through the season, we are gradually like getting used to the energy, the competition and stuff like that. I think for me though, something that jumps out is we had a really tough loss in Arkansas against Tulsa. And after that match, we sat down as a team in the I remember it like literally like it was yesterday. We sat down in this Arkansas locker room, and it's like this huge gymnastics locker room, and all the coaches came in and all the players came in, and like me, I didn't have a great game that time, but we really sat down and we're like, okay, what happened and what do we need to do to have that not happen again? And I remember some of the seniors opened up and was like, hey, I need this from you guys. And I was like, okay, I can do this, but here's what I need for you so that I can do that for you. And so I think that conversation really opened up where we like, can go to a teammate and they're like, hey, I need this from you right now in this moment. And I think that was kind of my turning point mentality wise of like how like now we're like, okay, I can ask this of you, and it's not me being rude or mean or anything, but it's like, this is what I need and this is what I can give as well.
Yeah, I agree. I think the communication got so much better after after that game. It was just, yeah.
So the Tulsa match was the stick that stirred the stew, so to speak, for Cal Poly.
Yes, for sure.
Well, let me ask you both this. How would you both describe your team's dynamic or culture on the court?
I think we kind of like talked about it when we were kind of finding the word for our team. I would say aggressive, I think. I don't think we hold back, like never. Well, I mean, I'm a libero. I'm not gonna talk about the offense, but I guess I can.
You
But
can.
I think they're just so aggressive with their hitting. I don't think maybe we hit blocks this season. I don't know, maybe like 10 times. Like that's how I feel. I don't think we ever got like shy from the block, or like I don't know how they play, how our opponent plays, but I think our offense is just so aggressive, and when they're aggressive, I'm like, oh, like okay, like the energy is just like awesome, and I think it kind of gives me the energy to be aggressive as well. So yeah, I think I love that about our offense.
Yeah. I think that's also a testament to how well we cover, and like we talk about this a lot in our gym of covering is controllable, and it shows how much you care. And so I feel like I can go up and take these big swings and big moments because I have people behind me that are going to make sure if, the block makes a good read, or if I make a bad swing, so to speak, that they're behind me to support me and cover me. And so I think that's a testament to you.
Thanks.
If I were to describe our culture in one word on the court, I think I would use like very dynamic, and like, and what I mean is like we have people like me who I'm like spinning all over the court. I'm just having a grand old time. And then we have people like Emma who like are having fun, but she's like, you can tell she's dialed in and she's just like hype. And then we have Emmy who's kind of like controlling. And I think that kind of dynamic feel to our like everyone kind of picks up something that
The balance.
Yeah, like it's very balanced and very dynamic. And I think, yeah, I think that's how I would describe
agree.
it.
Well, I think it's interesting that you bring up the cover and the trust of your defense, or the cover on the your attacks, because one of the things that, like I said earlier, people say, "Oh, they're undersized outside hitters," but you surely don't play like undersized outside hitters. You're going for it, which is awesome for you and Emma,
Yeah.
because Annabelle's 6'3", she doesn't count in the equation, but
She is not in that
She's not undersized.
but that's a great testament to the trust in the coverage on your offense. So, what do you guys thoughts about your team's success so far this season?
I can start. Sorry.
Go on.
I think our success is a direct translation of how much work we put in every day and how much work we put in over the summer. And it's always hard. Like, the season gets long, it gets monotonous. Is that the word? Monotonous?
Monotonous.
Yeah, okay, there's the word. I was like, I know that's a word. It can get very repetitive of like, we're practicing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday flying, and then now we're playing a game and now it's like back again. But I think, our mental engagement is a direct representation of how well we've been doing this season. And I think it can get difficult at times, but like I've struggled in moments where I'm like, wow, like this is hard showing up for you guys right now. And just even being able to like express that and then have people being like, yeah, like me too, but we're here together and we're going to work hard for these 2 hours that we have together. And I think that mental engagement, like besides all the physical stuff, like that mental engagement is a representation of how we continue to show up each weekend.
Elif?
Yeah, I totally agree. That was a great point, how like mentally engaged we are. I was gonna say, I think we are doing very well volleyball wise. That except that weekend we have in Long Beach and San Diego, I think that was a little unfortunate weekend for us. But if I don't count that weekend, I think we're just playing just great volleyball right now with like offensive, defensive. I mean, there are obviously things that we can get better right before the Big West tournament, but I think we're just executing well and having fun, and the energy is insane. I love it. It's so fun.
Yeah. Let me change directions on the questions here, but have any of your teammates performances or their improvement this season really stood out for you? Like, is there any particular one?
I have one too.
I have one too.
Go.
I am gonna say Charlotte.
I was gonna say Charlotte as well.
Because
I was gonna say Charlotte.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Okay,
We're in the same
agreement.
page. Well, okay, because I was gonna say Charlotte because after like Brecklin got injured, our old Big West middle blocker. I mean, it's a hard spot to be in for Charlotte, but as a freshman, I mean, she is crushing it.
Yeah.
She is just killing it, and I think she's one of the most dedicated person I've known. Like she is just such hardworking person, and I like get that from her as a freshman. Like she's so mature and just I cannot say more.
Yeah, I think I have this one event that really sticks out to me, and it was after our Minnesota tournament, right? So Brecklin went down a couple weeks back. You know, she's like, "All right, next man up to the plate. Like, here we go. Like, all right, like I'm gonna have to play right now." And I remember she was up at the net at this Minnesota. She's gonna kill me, but she was up at the net at this Minnesota game, and I almost like I could feel her energy being like, I don't want to mess up, and something would happen, and she would like immediately come into the huddle and be like, I'm so sorry, like I'll do better. And I remember texting her, no, like I remember texting her and being like, you know, like we have full trust in you, like you got this, and you played great this weekend, and after that, like communicate, like I said, like our communication is great, but she is just fully like immersed herself into this role of like, yeah, like, you know, like I'm good and like I deserve to be out here. And she works so hard day in and day out, and we would not be anywhere where we would without her dedication and care for sure.
Well, it's funny because the final question I had for you both was, is there a mission statement or motivation that your team is rallying behind? And I feel like it's that next man up mentality, but if there's another one, feel free to share.
Obviously we don't have like one word that like we write on the board every day at practice where it's like, this is what we do. But I think if we were to like sit down as a team and really like be like, okay, like what is something that we like strive to be every day? And I think there's two, and this might be like totally off, but like I think like showing up with whatever you got, like giving 100% of what you have every day is something that we strive to do.
Yeah.
And I think communication, like in the hard moments, like
Yeah.
whether that be like defensively or even like interperson, like it's like communication and like giving everything you have every single day, whether it's 80%, 20%, or 100%.
Yeah. After you like explained the word to me, I was gonna say like play hard. I think
Yeah.
that was like when during a rally or during a practice, I think that's like one of the thing. I heard that phrase a lot from our coach Jason, and like he just play hard, like let's go, Paul, like play hard. I don't know, like
Like let
just kinda-
volleyball happen.
like yeah, like
Yeah.
I think that could be it. But yeah, I agree with the communication. I think that's a very important factor in our team, and yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Well, with that, this is Kendall Beshear, outside hitter, and Elif Hurriyet, libero for the Mustangs of Cal Poly, who will be in the Hawaiian Islands presents the Outrigger Resorts Big West Women's Volleyball Championship. Ladies, I appreciate your time this evening, and we will catch you at the Walter Pyramid.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
see you there.
November 26th to 29th. Got to sneak that one in there.
Yes. Yes.